Millions of years ago, the African and Eurasian plates crashed into each other, creating one of the most dramatic mountain ranges in the world, the Alps. Awe-inspiring mountains that rise more than 4,500 meters above sea level. Trying to cross them is no ordinary adventure, but these are no ordinary people. To glide down here and land in the sea is something you already had in your mind in Salzburg at the start, and finally you did it after 9.5 very hard days. That's, how should I describe it? Maybe we can talk in half a year again, then I might know how to describe it. It's been called the most audacious adventure race in the world. 30 athletes from 23 countries will attempt to cross the length of the Alps. They must either fly by paraglider or walk, carrying their heavy flying equipment on their backs. Each athlete has a supporter, but they have to travel under their own steam at all times. And the competition never stops. Day or night, whatever the weather, the race continues until the first athlete arrives in Monaco. Then the others have just 48 hours to make it to the finish. Battling exhaustion, pains, injuries, and extreme winds, only the toughest will survive. Welcome to the Red Bull X Alps 2009. This is a one-of-a-kind race and attracts a very special breed of athletes.
It's an adventure. It's just the freedom to have a little pack and just walk up a mountain and fly as far as you can, and then in the day fold up the wing and keep on going.
I think the Red Bull X Alps is the perfect game. One thing I look forward to is having one single focus, which is rare in life. There's so many distractions normally in life. It's the beauty of this race is you focus on getting to Monaco as efficiently as possible.
Es sind keine Etappen, es sind keine Pausen da.
We're not talking about stages and not talking about breaks. That's the hard thing. After some time, also the lack of sleep is what affects your flying, because you should be concentrated at the start and well rested. And here you reach the limit and need to decide if you and your body are able to fly or not.
Wie ist auch der körperliche Zustand, dass man das irgendwie nur so einschätzen kann.
And these three limits, the body, the amount of sleep, and your glider. You play with that, and to get the maximum out of it without going over the limit. That makes the event so special. Salzburg, Austria, July the 19th, 2009. The sophisticated town plays host to the start of what will be a brutal 818-kilometer race.
The weather is it's looking very unstable. There's some dark clouds coming up now. It looked very good in the morning, but like I said, it could rain at midday, so that's when the athletes arrive on the takeoff. But it's you know, it's hard to say now what's going to happen.
Tension rises as the seconds tick by. If the athletes can't fly, they must walk, and overcast skies mean one thing: a hard slog on foot for the opening day of the race. It's not what the athletes had hoped for. At 11:30, the athletes burst out of Mozartplatz, and the street battle ensues as they race to be the very first out of the city and up on the first turn point, the Geisberg Mountain. Raging Romanian Toma Cocania takes the first lead. And he is the first to cross the Staatsbrücke, closely followed by the other participants. Hannes Arch is the brain behind the event.
Red Bull X Alps, the idea comes from the paragliding scene. Actually, in former days, just people went up there, walked into the mountains and flew down there. And that basic idea, we did Red Bull X Alps the first time in 2003. Now it's the 4th edition, and I think it's really a pure adventure. Then the challenge starts already. They have to walk up or run up the Geisberg. It's the first turn point, and there's already the first challenge because it's the Salzburg Land Geisberg König, the Salzburg Land Geisberg King, and the one who is first up there gets already a cool prize.
43-year-old Pierre Carter is the surprise winner of the Salzburg Land Geisberg King title. The athletes waste no time in preparing and launching their paragliders. With no lift, they simply glide as far as they can towards the Watzmann in Germany, the second turn point which they have to round before Austria's Großglockner.
Then the first big distance, it goes down to Italy, down to the Marmolada. Once they did Marmolada, their next turn point is, it's, I think, the most challenging turn point. It's the so-called Matterhorn. Then it goes around Mont Blanc, and you have to really know what's going on. And then, sure, the last turn point comes. Just imagine walking for days and nights, you know, and I think just their motivation drives them to reach finally Mont Gros. And that's a big thing, because Mont Gros, you have to climb from the back. You don't see the Mediterranean Sea. You come up to Mont Gros, and to have all the pain behind you, only a handful of athletes can dream of that, because it will not be a lot reaching the goal, standing on Mont Gros and being in Monaco.
In 2005, the Austrian Christian Amon had to quit on the very first day. He's participating for the second time this year, and he's super motivated. Super, perfect. If it stays like that, then it works.
Dankjewel.
No break for food, just one goal in mind.
Just a couple of kilometers left to the Watzmann.
However, some already face problems after the first hiking sections.
Not very well. I'm very tired. I have a problem in the foot, the right foot.
Through the evening, Thomas Coconnier maintains his lead, but Christian Amon and Michael Gebert are close behind. That doesn't look too good. Amon obviously has a problem.
Ja, ich war seit dem Start in Salzburg mit Christian Amon beieinander.
Since the start, I was together with Christian Amon, and everything went pretty well, and somehow he injured his foot when we ran through a mountain bike track. It doesn't look good for him already on the first day, and that's hard after that long preparation.
Wenn das schon am ersten Tag so ist, das ist natürlich nie schön nach der ganzen Vorbereitung und der langen Zeit.
Irgendwie mag das X-Alps nicht so.
Somehow, X-Alps doesn't like me. It's a curse. I don't know. I don't understand. Race leaders refuel before setting off to hike long into the night through Germany's Berchtesgaden National Park. Their next objective is Austria's highest peak, the Großglockner. While some leave on foot again, like Heli Eichholzer from Austria, defending champion Alex Hofer has a different idea. He stuns his competitors by flying to their east. Soaring the slopes effortlessly through the evening, he takes the lead. In response, Coconnier simply picks up the pace. The 33-year-old has participated in each edition so far. He doesn't need to check the routes, as some others have to. Third-placed Gebert has no other choice. He must try to keep up. As must Martin Müller and Honza Remanek.